Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Alpha Technoholics. Today in this video I am going to explain some commonly used functions of list. Suppose I have a list called fruits, and in that I have two elements, mango and apple. Now I want to add third element to it, so I will use this append function. The append function adds an item to the end of the list. So let's just look what the append function does. Sorry. Now I will print the list fruits. So as you can see that orange, the third element, is now added to my list fruits by using this append function. Now suppose I have another list which contains another two fruits and I want to add that list to the first list, that which is a fruits list which contains mango, apple, orange. Now let's write code for that. So for that I will use this extend function. First I will declare another list called fruit2, and in that I will give two elements, banana and grapes. And now I want to add this list to the first list. So I will just use this append function on the first list. Sorry, extend function. And I will pass the second list as the parameter. Now let's just look what is the output for this. So as you can see, now our list contains 5 elements: fruit, mango, apple, orange, banana, and grape. These two elements are added to the first list. Now, what is the basic difference between extend and the append is? Append is used for adding an element to the list, and whereas extend is used for adding the list or some other tuples or any other iterable to the list. So I will show you one another example. I will first comment out this code to show. With this example, I want to show you that even with append we can add a list to the already existing list, but the basic difference is it will be added as an element, whereas in the extend it will be added as a two separate element. The list elements will be added as a two separate element, whereas in append it will be added as one whole element. So for our better understanding, let's just look into that. I have a list 1 which contains 3 elements, that is integer 1, 2 and 3, and now I have a list 2 which contains 2 elements, 4, 5. Now I will use append function on the first list. Now we will print the output L1. So as you can see over here, the second list has been added as an element to the first list, whereas if we would have used the extend function over here, it would have been added as an element. Both the element of second list, that is 4 and 5, would have been added as separate elements in the list, but in the append function all of the list is added as an element. So for your better understanding, I will show. So see, it has 5 different elements now, whereas in the append function it had only 4 elements. Now we have a list called fruits which already contains 5 elements. Now let's just look what is an insert function. So insert function means it will insert an item at a given position. What was our append function doing? It was inserting an item at the last position, whereas in insert position will insert an item at any given position. The first argument is the index of the element. So first argument will be the index. and the second argument will be the element, and it is equivalent to the a dot insert. A is a list name and insert is a function. So length of a will be the last element or last index, and uh, x is the element to be added. So it will add an element at the last. So insert, this function of insert is equivalent to the a dot append. So before that we can just look what I'm telling. So fruits, and I want to insert an element whose name is pear at the third position. So index will be 2 and element will be pear. So what is the output? Fruits. Now an extra third element is added, and it is at the third position because I mentioned that the index as 2. So if I would have mentioned any other index, it would have been at that position. Now suppose we want to remove the peer element from the list and store it some other variable. So how to do that? For that we are going to use pop functions of list. So what does the pop function do? It removes the item at the given position in the list. Suppose I have mentioned any index I, or so for removing peer I need to mention 2, and if no index is specified, a pop removes and returns the last element in the list. So my list name is fruits, and I will use this pop function to remove the third element. So index is 2 and I will store it in a variable called fruit, fruit, and I will print both list as well as the fruit name just to check what is happening. Sorry for so many mistakes. So now this element here has been removed from the list, and also it is stored in a variable called fruit. Now suppose we don't want to store this in a variable and we just want to store it in, we just want to remove it from the list. So for that I will just use this remove function. First I will insert it again, fruits, insert, I want to insert it second position, and pair is the element. So it will insert this element to the list. So let's just print it. Now it has been added again, and I just want to remove that element now. So I will use this remove function. I can't run this line of code in the same cell because if I rerun above 2 lines of code, this fruits.insert element at the third position. So what will happen? Again, it will insert peer at the third position. So there will be duplicate values of peer. So that is why I am running in the cell below it, fruits.remove, and I will mention the element which I want to remove. So I will just print the list now. So it has been removed. Now moving on to our next function, which is clear. So what clear do is it removes all items from the list. So let's just check. So my list is empty now, and and next function is count. So count returns the number of times x appears in the list. So x is the element and how many times it appears in the list, it returns it. So let's just declare a new list called L and give two ones and three twos. Okay, and we will count. First we will print L dot count of 1 and then we can just print L dot count of 2. It should come as 2 and 3. Let's just check the output. Yeah, it is coming. Now coming to our next function, which is sort. Suppose I have a list of unsorted element and I want to sort it, so I will use this sort function. So in this, a parameter is given as reverse equal to false. So what it does is it will sort in ascending order, and if I set reverse equal to true, it will sort in descending order. So let's just look what is happening. Is equal to 9, 5, 10. I'm just giving some random numbers. 2, 4. Okay, this is an unsorted list and I want to sort it in ascending order. First L dot sort, and then I just want to print and check the output. So it is sorted now. 2, 4, 5, 9, 10. And suppose if I set this reverse equal to true, I haven't given any parameter, so by default it is sorting in ascending order, as the default parameter is reverse equal to false, and now I am giving reverse equal to true. What will be the output? Let's just check. It should be 10, 9, 5, 4, 2. Yeah, I'm getting that. So now I have a list and I want to reverse it. Suppose I have a list, so I'm going to use this reverse function for that. I have a list, I have written it as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I want to reverse it. So I'll just L dot reverse function and I will just print and check the output. So it is giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now my next function is copy function. I have already shown you in my previous tutorial what is shallow copy and what is deep copy. So if I call this copy function, it always return a shallow copy of the list. And if we import just one module and write import copy module and then just write list.deep copy, it will return the deep copy of the list. For further explanation and more clarification, you just need to watch my previous video. So I'm just going to show what will happen with this copy method. Suppose I have a list and I am putting 3 values in it, 1, 2 and 3, and I have to call this copy function and store it some other list. Suppose I'm declaring an L2 list and I'm just calling L dot copy to this first list and I'm just printing L2. Let's just check the output. So it will return the copied version of the list to the L2, and L2 will be assigned with the same values of the first list. Now we will just check out some other important functions of the list, which is fruits.count. I have already shown you. Count function I have already shown you. So it will count the and index I have already shown you in my previous lecture. If you want, I will show you again. It will just return the index number of the banana. So index number of banana is, so find next banana starting. Okay, first one will return the index number of banana which is at the third index, and now I'm giving the starting position at 4, so it will return the it will start from the fifth element. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a fifth element, and it will start finding from there. So banana will be at the seventh element, so it will return the index as 6, so it is giving us 6. And fruits dot reverse I have already shown you that it will reverse the fruits and it will print in reverse order, first banana then apple and like that. Yeah, it is giving like that. And fruits dot append I have already shown you, it will give the grape as output. So what is fruits dot sort? It will sort your fruits in the alphabetical order. First apple, then banana, again banana. Because these elements are present twice in my list, that is why it is showing 2 times. And fruits.pop will pop the last element from the list. As I said earlier that if I don't mention any index to the pop function, it will just pop the last element. So guys, thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you really like my content, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and also please subscribe to my channel and support me. Thank you for watching.